Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Stevenson and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a different video, and this video is just going to be some new facts that I've actually just found on Final Fantasy 15. So even though the game is still a quite bit off, there's still a lot of things that we don't know and that weren't revealed during the, the time reports and also the Uncovered event. Although this information that I'm getting was actually from the time report of, I think it was the 1st of June. So yeah, these are pretty fresh and I only just found them. So before I actually get into them, I want to let you guys know, look at this nice screenshot. It's of a boat that they randomly released the screenshot of, so Ignis will be actually driving that, and that'll actually lead on to one of my tips soon. And also, before I get into it quickly, the background footage is just some random footage that I looked up and was new in time with June also. So the first one will be Chocobo riding. You guys probably would have seen this on the Japanese Square Enix channel, and also on the next video after this, it's just going to be Chocobo and fishing. Sorry. It's just random footage that I found that's pretty fresh and it's unseen by a lot of people, including myself. So, anyways, let's get into the tips. Well, not the tips, the things we've learned. So, with number 1, crashing the flying car, you know, your actual car that you can turn into a flying car upon will and free roam of sorts with that, results in a game over. So I really think this is going to be a bit annoying, but it's pretty obvious because, you know, if you crash the flying car, you're not just going to hop out and everyone's going to be like, whoa, we're all fine. It's more assured that, no, that you're going to die and game over. So I like the addition, and I think it's going to be okay. Number 2. Okay, I was actually pretty scared of this one, playing through the Duscae game. Well, Duscae demo. And you can actually save anywhere on the map, not just at a campsite. I was so worried because playing the Duscae demo, you had to find a campsite by night normally. If you wanted to play that way, I played through the night most of the times, but sometimes you just had to play and you couldn't find a campsite and it got really aggravating. But lucky for this, you can actually just press start and you can save. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's a good change from the last 2 demos. Number 3, I actually think this was in the Duscae demo, but you can fast travel between the campsites and other locations from the map. In the Duscae demo, I'm pretty sure you were able to fast travel between campsites, but other locations on the map, I don't think you were able to. Such as like the petrol station? Yeah, I don't think you were able to. So this is actually really good. It means you can just fast travel everywhere, even though personally in fast traveling games there's a lot of times where I just don't use it and I'd prefer to walk around by myself and explore the world, because especially with this game the characters are so good, the world's so good, and XP of course. I'm always 10 levels ahead of what I need to be, make sure I'm prepared for a boss normally in these sorts of games. And number 4, so this one was actually released during the active time report on Uncovered, or wait, just in Uncovered, and you can actually listen to the Final Fantasy original songs on the car radio. Now, you may have heard of this, but what they actually mean is orchestrated versions, so you'll be hearing, you know, Final Fantasy 13's Sarah's theme, and then in 7 you'll probably hear Cloud's theme. And then of course I'm really looking forward to the Chocobo theme when you're just driving around and you just hear that. It would be amazing. But honestly, it's a great addition. Of course they can't add more music because of copyright reasons, but this is a good addition and it'll make me look forward to getting in the car a bit more when you get those really rockin' boss fight music scenes, or well, not scenes but times. So number 5. This is something that I'm very confused about, but actually characters will have skill trees. Now, I'm not sure what it means by skill trees, but obviously it means, they'll learn new skills and abilities. But will it be like 13 with like the Chrysalis system, or will it be more shared like Final Fantasy X? Or will it kind of be like new games, like if you think of, say, I don't know, Dying Light or Dead Rising? I really hope it's something not like that, but more like the Chrysalis system in Final Fantasy 13, because that felt really good, and it was kind of difficult at the same time, and you had to choose right. And also the Final Fantasy X version. That didn't really have significance, but it was kind of a skill tree. Okay, number 6. Now, there are 7 types of standard weapon categories. So, I don't know what this means exactly, but this is when they're combined with the Phantom Sword. There will even be more categories, categories within themselves then. So, if you actually think back to the demo, well, the first demo, the Dustgate demo, Noctis's sword did change from like a heavy sword to a broadsword every time he did a different attack. And I think you'll be able to customize that, and I'm honestly looking forward to that. So number 7, here we go. This is something that was actually really surprising, or it really wasn't, but it was for me, because we found out their ages. So Noctis and Prompto are 20 years old, and Ignis is 22, and Gladios is 23. I thought Ignis would be the oldest bunch, because he's been he's really intelligent, and I thought he'd have a bit more knowledge if he was a bit more older, say in his 30s or something. And Gladios, he looks older than 23, because look at those muscles, and he's been a guardian for the family. Prompto, I would have said he's 12, and Noctis, I would have said he's 14, because he's going through the scene emo stage. Now number 8. This is something that I'm kind of happy about, because it kind of makes sense, and it should be this way. A lot of people say otherwise, but yeah. So what this one actually is cars are faster than chocobos. So obviously, if you see like an emu here in Australia, it's gonna run slower than a car. And a chocobo, it's an animal, it's not gonna run faster than 80 kilometers an hour or miles, you Americans. So, I really don't think that it would make much sense if the animals ran faster than the cars. And plus, I would find it more fun just riding on a chocobo anyways, because slower is sometimes better, even though the Audi R8 type of car in Final Fantasy 15 is beautiful. I'm going to try and find a balance between the two. Now number 9, this one is kind of daunting. It's something that I really didn't think was true, but it's actually kind of disappointing, and the game is not set in an open world. It's kind of open world, as we've seen from the demos, but it's fairly linear. So it's not as linear as Final Fantasy 13, but as you further go along the main quest, more places will become available just to go back to and do another quest. And I'm pretty sure there may be a few backtracking scenes, but let's hope that Square Enix actually has a good balance of that, so we won't have to backtrack constantly. Now number 10, the last one, this one's actually really cool. The game was influenced by real experiences of the staff. And as I can read here, for example, Tabata took a long trip through Europe when he was in his 20s, and he added that like Noctis and company, he was young and didn't have much money. 2 things he channeled into the game, as you can remember in the Dustgate demo, raising money to fix the car. But in addition to all these gameplay related features, we found that the next active time report, dubbed the Day Zero edition, is scheduled for June 13th, the day before E3, which was really hype because that's pretty soon for now. And we'll be able to hear what they've got under their sleeves. But I thought it was also funny how they said that Noctis was young and obviously he didn't have much money, yet he's a prince. Didn't he heir a lot of money? That's what I'm kind of confused about. And excuse the turtles in the background if you heard the splashing, but I've got to have my little cutie pies to make background noise in the worst of times. But apart from that, that was it from me. That was just 10 random facts that were actually released earlier this month. They were a bit from different sources, so I will leave a link to the article which has all the sources, and obviously the music is in the description and the trailers are in the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, have a good morning, have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night, happy birthday, happy Hanukkah, I still don't know what that means, and I'll see you guys in the next video.